Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live. We are live and we are looking at setting goals for 2024. We will look at how to review what we had set for last year and then continue. And I'll give examples of some goals that you could set for yourself in terms of personal development. Let's start the session, and we are looking at setting goals for the new year. It's different from resolutions that you might set, because in resolutions, there are certain things you would like to stop, and you will say that you are resolving not to do certain things. But when it comes to goals, this is like building a roadmap for the next 12 months. What do you want to do with yourself for the next 12 months? And that's what we are going to be looking at this afternoon, this morning for some of you. So let's look at some of the things you will consider. And without a plan, you are more likely to wander aimlessly or waste a lot of time on tactics that won't work. So goal setting requires a structure, and using the start of a new year to reflect on progress. What did you do last year? What did you achieve? If there are certain things that you didn't achieve, do you want to carry them forward? So for the new year's goals, you'll need to define, because they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, and objective. And you'll set that for yourself, and it will be over a specific period. If we are talking about the new year, it will be goals that you spread for the whole of 2024. Goals have characteristics, so they are well defined, they are clear, and they are milestones. So you will see if you're on the right track. They can cover different aspects of life. So you will work on a career. What do you want to see in your career? In terms of health, what do you want to see? How about relationships? Do you have relationships that are pushing you further from the goals that you have set? Personal development. Who do you want to become by the end of the year? Are there courses? Are there trainings? Are there programs? Are you in school? Do you want to see yourself finishing a certain course? What grades are you looking at achieving? Then what is your approach? So goal setting typically involves breaking down larger goals and aspirations into small, manageable tasks. If they are yearly, then you break down to daily, weekly, monthly, so that then it is yearly. It is structured, and you must use a strategic approach, even to self-improvement. So in terms of setting goals for 2024, we must reflect on the past year. So what did we achieve? So we must consider what worked, what didn't work. Because what didn't work, we do not want to repeat it in the new year. But what worked, we need to do that more often. The price of goal setting is what we accomplish. So once we accomplish something, we need to celebrate the small wins. So we need to celebrate what we achieved last year. Let's not just cross over to the new year without achieving what we achieved, without celebrating what we achieved. Sometimes life can get in the way, and some goals can get forgotten. Some goals will excite you when you finish. So also make sure that you celebrate those small wins. The things that we didn't accomplish, whether they are goals or they were on our wish list, we could take them over again in the new year. This is a great opportunity to even adjust them so that they are attainable. So when considering the goals that we didn't achieve, we need to ask ourselves a few questions. Was the goal too broad? Do I need to break it into smaller items so that it is achievable? Had I built a plan or I was planless? Was it attainable in the first place? If not, what do I need to do to make it attainable? Was there an external factor that made it very tricky to accomplish that goal? Did we have the required resources to achieve the goal? Because at times you set goals, but you do not have the necessary resources. Do I still need to do this? There are certain things in our list that are not important, they are not necessary, we do not need them. So why keep them in your list? This is a good time to analyze all that. Then define your values and priorities. At times we spend a lot of time on non-variable things, things that are not priorities. So let's ask ourselves these questions. What matters most to me? Remember, we are setting goals for ourselves. We are working on our own personal goals. So what matters most to you? What qualities do you want to embody? What is the why is it important? Is it important for your growth in terms of a career? Can you live your life without those values and priorities? So it is good, even as you set goals, that you define your values and priorities. Just like corporates or institutions or even SMEs have their values, we as individuals need to define our values and priorities. And that's the only way we will not be dragged by different things. You see, there are lots of distractors currently. Even as you work on your goals, there will be distraction. But if you have values and priorities, you know what you cannot follow because of the values that you have. So answering these questions will help you decide which goals are worth pursuing, which ones are realistic, and then you will move forward with your life, knowing that the goals that you have set are those that have value and they are priority. So you will have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for. So take a bit of time in this festive season when you are probably not going to work to review and understand what your values and priorities are, given the journey you are on and where you want to be at the end of 2024. Then categorize your goals. It's always good to be organized. So organize your goals into categories, such as career, you could say health, personal development, relationships. Do you have hobbies? So organize them into categories. Then in each of the category, you will have the things that you need to do within each category. For example, if you have a goal to read a number of books, then you need to check how many chapters can you read per day? How many can you read per week? How many can you read per month? So you'll have a proper plan with small goals that you achieve every year. So every day that you wake up, you'll make sure you do something that pushes you closer to your goals. The categorization also ensures a balanced approach to what you aspire. It allows you to prioritize and focus. You see, this life needs focus. Then, as you plan, choose smart goals. And with smart goals, you'll avoid falling through in terms of failing to achieve some of the goals. Don't get me wrong. There are certain times that you miss to do certain things, but it is rare, it's a rare occurrence if you have set SMART goals. And SMART stands for specific, so avoid broad, ill-defined goals. Make sure that the long-term goals are divided into several short-term goals, so it is easy to achieve. They are measurable. Define how you measure progress. I have talked about reading. If you want to read 3-4 books, you will say, in a day, I'll read 2 chapters. The book I want to read is 50 pages. So how many days do you need to read a 50-page book if you are reading 2 chapters every day? Include both short and long-term milestones. If you can't tell how you are progressing, it will be very hard to stay motivated. Then achievable. So think critically and honestly. There are certain things that you will not achieve within the year. So why set them? For example, right now, in the space I am in, there are many things that I may not set. The things I would have set probably 2 years ago, I cannot set them right now. And it is for different things and knowing and understanding my current situation. For example, do you have the skills necessary to reach a certain milestone? For example, if you say you will run a marathon, even 10 kilometers, are you training now? Can you do even 5? So you will need to start practicing. Think critically and honestly about achievability of the goals that you set. Then let them be realistic. Consider whether you have the time, the energy, the resources that are necessary for that goal. Remember to account for every goal you have when considering that bigger picture. And let's be honest, we are setting goals for our own personal development or for our own personal life. So we need to be honest with ourselves. Time bound. If you set an ambiguous goal without a start or a net date, it's very difficult to measure. So you need to say that in the first quarter, I'll still give the example of reading a book. In the first quarter, I need to have completed 2 books. So that is time bound. It is measurable. So between January and end of March, you have said that these are the books you will read. And so it is easy to remain motivated as you progress with your reading. Then break down larger goals. So if there are larger goals, break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach will help you progress and help you track. And it helps maintain your motivation by achieving smaller incremental success. So with each goal broken down, you can gain momentum. For example, 1st April, you will say you read the 2 books that were planned for the first quarter. So you'll be very motivated to start on other books. For example, if you say 10 books, you could say each quarter you are doing 3. But make sure that they are broken down You don't have a very large goal. That is very hard to achieve on its own. So prioritize your goals. So once you write down your goals, what is your priority? What is more important? So you will prioritize in the manner of importance. And that will allow you to focus and invest the most time and effort into achievable goals and in order of importance. It will also help you make sure that tasks don't get neglected. Regardless, I'm sure you've written goals at a certain point and you found that some are so boring, you're almost running away from your own goals. But if you are doing them in order of importance, you have prioritized, you will not neglect any of the goals that you have set. Then create an action plan with clear milestones. So you will develop a detailed action plan for each goal. So you outline specific steps that are required. So in terms of, we'll give the book reading as an example. If you are outlining a plan, you will even plan where you'll get the books. Is it a library? Are they online? Where are you buying them? Are you buying them at a bookshop? Are you buying them online? If it is online, where? Is it Amazon? So outline the specific steps required, even as you work on the plan. Then continually monitor your progress. Milestone track immediate success and also offers the opportunity to reward yourself. I like that. I love to reward myself. Always do that. Remember, they are personal goals. So when you achieve a milestone, reward yourself. Take yourself out. I'll talk about this at a later date, but you must be comfortable in your own skin. You must be comfortable to take yourself out for a drink or something. Once you have achieved your milestones, remember they are your milestones. And we are authentic. We are doing our life and we are setting goals for our own personal growth. So it is important that you reward yourself. It will boost your motivation and morale at every stage of the journey. If you can, and it is important, locate an accountability partner. Someone that will tell you, here, you're getting lost. What are you doing? People will tell you you're doing well even when they know you're doing badly. So get somebody that is sincere and genuine. Somebody will tell you the truth, whether it is negative. So accountability is crucial while you are achieving your goals because it fosters commitment, responsibility, and motivation. When individuals are held accountable, they are more likely to stay focused. So it is important that you get an accountability partner. Could be a friend, it could be a mentor, it could be a coach. But always make sure there is that person that brings out accountability. Sometimes you could have different people who give you feedback. Like since I've been working on this YouTube channel, there are several people that give me feedback. And I take that feedback seriously. Sometimes the things they tell me are not doable because of certain things, but I take feedback seriously. So get an accountability partner that provides you with a framework for evaluating, adjusting goals, and ensuring that there is continuous relevance and adaptability. And ultimately, the sense of responsibility that comes with being responsible and accountable stops with you. But with an accountability partner, you improve on your discipline, your resilience, and you are likely to succeed because there is someone that is telling you when you're going the wrong direction. Also, try to remain flexible. I can't say that enough. Being flexible is important even as you set your goals. Success doesn't sprout overnight. At times, things take longer or more than we expect. So stay open to adjusting goals as circumstances change. Adapt your plans as needed, recognizing that flexibility is essential to sustain any progress. Keep in mind that the journey may take a different turn, and it is okay. Even the stories of very successful people, they will tell you that they started a journey on a particular road, but they had to change because of different circumstances that occurred along the way. So be flexible. I've talked about celebrating achievements, reviewing, and adjusting. And that's what flexibility calls for. So schedule regular checkups to review your progress so that if you need to change a certain route, you change. Practice self-compassion, even in the face of setbacks or challenges. Practice being compassionate with yourself. If something did happen the way it should have, still be kind to yourself. Learn from experiences. There's no failure. They are only learning opportunities. We will need to view challenges as opportunities for personal growth. Remember, goal setting is a dynamic process. It is okay to revisit and adjust your goals as your priorities evolve. For example, you set goals in December for January. Then come January, something happens. So what do? You're flexible. You revisit, adjust your goals because priorities have now changed because of something that has happened. Stay focused, motivated, adaptable throughout the year if you want to be successful. So as we set goals for 2024, those are certain things that you'll need to pay attention to. So in terms of personal goals, we are talking about goals that will make sure our lives are more happy and fulfilling. How do you get fulfilled if you have no goals at all? You do not know where you are going. So certain personal goals could look like this. You want to read certain books. You want to develop a journaling practice. You want to journal everything, to write down. You want to pick a new hobby. Maybe it's cooking or gardening. You want to travel to a foreign country. You must plan. Those are some of personal goals you could have. You want to build a morning or bedtime routine. You want to create boundaries as necessary. Certain times we are unable to create boundaries. We are unable to tell people no. So you might put that as a personal goal that, you are a yes person. And so in the process, you're being misused. And you're not fulfilling the goals that you have set because of telling everybody yes. You may need to prioritize your time alone. So those are some of the personal goals that you may be interested in. So jot them down, write them down. Then financial goals for the year. You might be talking about the economy. Yes, the economy has been tough in 2023. I can't tell you that it will be better. So we must increase our focus in terms of our finances. Are there things that we need to drop? Those are goals. Do we need to pay off credit or card debt? Have we built an emergency fund? Do we need to start saving for college, for ourselves or for our children? Where do we need to invest? Do we need to save a certain amount for retirement? You will put down a figure. Doesn't matter how much you're earning. If you're earning 10,000 and you have saved 1,000 every year for the last 24 months, that's 24,000. It is something. If you work for 30 years like I did, how many months are those? There are many months. There are many months. They're actually 360. If you calculate 10 years is 120, 360. Do your maths. So if you are starting, you are setting your financial goals, doesn't matter how much you start saving. Save that 1,000, save that 100 if we are looking at dollar rates, but save something. So those could be some of the financial goals that you set. Then healthy goals or health goals. We need to prioritize our mental and physical health. I have often said that if you are not well, you cannot even work. And nobody will take care of your health like you do. So these are some of the health goals you could be thinking about. Drink more water. Maybe quit smoking. Implement a health sleep schedule. You're not watching TikTok until very late in the night, or you're not watching some series or different things. You want to run a marathon. You want to eat a more balanced diet. You want to exercise or to start some individual group therapy. You want to learn mindfulness and meditation. You even want to practice gratitude. You want to be that person that is thankful for different things. There's always something to be thankful for. You want to spend more time probably exercising, swimming, jogging, or cycling, just something that will contribute towards your health. Then there are certain relationship goals. How often do you check on your parents? Do you practice listening? Or do you listen with a plan to respond, not to understand? Before somebody has completed a statement, you already know what they want to say. So you want to develop healthy communication skills with those people that you are in a relationship with, or with your family, with your children, with different people, with your partner, with your friends, with your colleagues. So what plans do you have for your relationship in 2024? So it is important we set those goals. Career goals for the next year. What did you do this year? Can we set some professional goals? Become a mentor, for example, or find a mentor. Learn a new skill. Try to push for a promotion. Study for a certification. Improve time management. Update your even LinkedIn profile. Those are career goals you could have. So there are many things you could do even as you set goals for next year. So I've looked at health, I've looked at personal development, I've looked at financial goals, I've looked at career. These are not cast in stones. There could be other things that are priority to you. Can you list them down so that you stay motivated and achieve your goals for next year? Here are 4 more things that will set you up for success. Understand your goal. Make a plan. Ask for help. Be flexible. Life is predictably unpredictable. There is no sense in feeling discouraged if life throws many different things at you. You just need to be flexible, adjust, focus on what you can control. Remember, be kind to yourself. You have tried your best. Lastly, if you want to get something you never had, you must do something that you never did. Thank you. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more content such as this. Thank you and see you in my next video.